Hi guys and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing MotoGP 23. Now I believe I lied to you. In the last live GP race I did, where the guy was cutting the corners, I swore that I would never do a live GP race again, but I was tantalised by the opportunity and thought why not give it another try. Now there's a few people in this game, or at least this lobby that we're in, from Gilzo leading the way, and of course Rainify, of course very close friends with Rainify from racing with him in many other live GP races before, so we have at least some people that I'm familiar with, so I'm hoping we have a pretty good race so far. And I've got to be honest with you, the qualifying has been very intense. I'm 0.2 of a second behind. Gilzo has just been replaced by Varela. He's been disposed of at the top, and now we are 0.2 behind Gilzo for second, or 0.5 to Varela ahead of us. Now Gilzo has just gone down, so that gives us a great opportunity, and I tell you what, we're in a cracking lap here. Not sure if it's going to be enough for pole position. As long as we don't flummox any part in this final part, we should be good. Now for this point in the qualifying, I was using a medium front and a soft rear, and it just wasn't working. The medium would just scorch in temperature and was not enough to even contend with pole position, but I think the hard option front and the soft option rear combination is working well in tandem. I think in the PB sector in section 2 was only, what, down by a couple of hundredths of a second? So this is a great opportunity for us on board the gas to take pole position. Beautiful way to start the video, so let's crack on now to the race. So in pole position, it's your number 47, myself of course in top spot. They got Varela in second, the number 26, rocking the Pedrosa 26 of course, and then Gilzo, the number 98, the Irishman, we're rocking the Mooney VR46 Ducati. Yukobe in fourth with the factory GP23 of the Ducati Desmosedici, and then we finish up with Rafa Speed on another Ducati. Now I don't know where Rainify has gone, but it looks like we lost him in the middle there, so hopefully he's okay, but I do believe he will be back again. So now we wait for the red lights to disappear. Gentle acceleration, waiting for it to go. Oh, it was a good start, but we had a little bit of wheel spin there. I was a bit too eager upon the acceleration, but it's not a bad start. So there it goes, Jacobi from the back of the grid all the way up into first, possibly. Not going to be close enough as he tries the inside line against Gilzo. Not really going to make it stick. Bit of bumping there. Oh, gap has opened up. I'm going to sneak on through as Jacobi got punted there. Didn't really look like that's what happened on my screen, but looks like for him he got just a massive whack and got shoved to the distance. Now, I didn't want to risk the soft option rear for this Grand Prix. I think it would have burned up too quickly, so I have gone for the hard front and the medium rear, and I can say already it feels different. I don't really have much confidence with the medium rear. I probably should have given it more of a chance within the qualifying. But what I can say is I'm in the spot that I wanted to be. That's in the top spot with Gilzo behind us, a fellow ace of course, and the only representing ace in the top two actually is apart from myself of course, because unfortunately Rainify is not here. Varela, who qualified well, who was on provisional pole for a while, has gone down, I think, into the TV3, or maybe even earlier than that, so unfortunately for him, he won't be contending with us at the front. So now it's all a case of, can we break the resolve of Gilzo behind us? Oh, I've gone deep into Lakaisha. I did begin to struggle upon the brakes here with the full fuel load. I just couldn't seem to get the gas stopped. I was really confident in the qualifying, but just couldn't seem to make it work here in the race. Now, of course, I did the guide just a couple of days ago. In fact, I think I did a guide a couple of days ago. I never know what my schedule is when I upload anymore, but at some point, I've done the Catalunya guide with the factory Ducati of the GP23 of Jorge Martin, and it felt much different to this. It felt much more nimble and easier to manoeuvre. The gas is sort of working against me here in this particular version, but I did a poll, and you guys voted for the KTM or gas within the Discord server, so that's why I'm here on board the gas right now. So I have had to drop down to fuel setting 2. It does seem that we burnt a lot of fuel in that first lap, which is surprising really, because you can usually get away with a lap or two with power setting 3, but right now it's, yeah, I'm getting told definitely drop down the power, and unfortunately that's a bit strong on the downshifts and the brakes going into turn 4. And Gilzo, yeah, he hasn't had his resolve broken. He's actually right there as I'm struggling to get the brakes on now for turn 5 for the Repsol corner. He's less than 0.3 of a second. It's just going up ever so slightly, but more or less the action is still on. So exiting the TV3 pretty nice and smooth there. And of course, guys, If you like smooth gameplay, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I do upload bike content every single day, so of course it's a great place to be. And of course we have a great community as well, so definitely consider joining the Discord server if you want to get involved with these live GP races and any other races within the future as well. So nice tight apex to Lakaisha there, was perfectly done as we downshifted to first at a later point of turn 10, but now into turn 12, the Bank Sabadell corner. Got to be smooth, got to be patient here with this acceleration. Don't want to be going too early on the power because you'll get yourself caught on the rumble strip. And I will say, we're not looking too bad. I don't feel anywhere near... Oh, downshifting too early there. I don't feel anywhere near as confident as I did in the qualifying. But what I can say is I'm in a good spot. And all I need to really focus on now is keeping Gilzo behind us. The Irishman is still there. And he's not being deterred. He will not be stopped. He's going to keep on pushing until he gets me. So into the elf corner for turn 1, pretty smooth upon the brakes. Nice exit and entry into turn 1 to turn 2 combination. Quickly downshifting to second gear there. I mentioned this in my guide a few days ago. It's a really nice spot to downshift back to second. As EF Sentinel's just joined us. Another ace as well in the server. Ooh, that's a little bit wide. And long lap penalty? Did we really get a long lap penalty for going on there? Or is this something else that I got a long lap penalty for? That seemed... Really? I mean, I did go a little bit onto the green there, but Lord Almighty, that was harsh. Wow, that seemed really, really unfair. I mean, I don't want to go on it and say it, but if you take a look back at last week's GP, and you've seen the fact that the guy cut the apex at, well, he just basically cut the entire GT chicane like 5 times, and that didn't receive a single warning. I, however, have gone a slight bit off of onto the green there. Now I've gone wide into here, so I'm gonna have to move out of the way here. Let him get through because what's the point? I'm only gonna fight to drop the position into the long lap penalty. So, whoa, this is tough now. This is just completely changed the complexion of this Grand Prix. 4 seconds is a separation from Varela, so you do get what, 3 seconds penalty if you don't take the long lap penalty, but regardless, I'm not going to be able to pull 3 seconds on Gilzo, and already making that mistake into the final corner. We have to serve the long lap penalty on this lap, that's it. You usually get 3 laps from to do it. Is that within 3 laps of the start? So, I don't know, we'll figure it out in another video, but for now, into the long lap penalty, pretty good so far. We're not losing... Oh, I can't turn! No! Oh, my God. Oh, no way. Oh, I've completely made a mess of that one now, trying to look behind me. That's completely ruined it. Oh, that's so frustrating. If you're familiar with MotoGP 23, you'll know that there's certain corners within MotoGP that, for some reason, the bikes don't turn in. And I've never done the long lap penalty here in Catalunya, and I guess that's a reason why you should always practice them, just in case. I turned in there, and it wouldn't turn. It's very similar to Lakaisha for turn 10. From going into turn 10 to 11, the bike just sort of sticks for a moment and you can't turn, and then it'll give you the full control. Portimao's Tour VIP corner is a prime example of that. That's one thing we all experienced when we first played MotoGP 22, is that when you go into that corner you just cannot turn. It's very unorthodox and it feels incredibly strange. But yeah, that's what I just encountered there, so I think a bit of advice for myself and a bit of advice for you guys as well is to try all of the long lap penalties, just in case you get to a situation like this where you do get given a penalty for something strange. You are aware of it and you know what to do. So I'm a little bit frustrated with that, but it is what it is. I think, I mean, if I'm honest, I did go onto the green there and I definitely should have received a track limits warning, 100%. A long lap penalty for that though was extremely harsh. I don't think I really made that much of an advantage, and there you go then guys. For the second race in a row, a long lap penalty has been given for... See, I still don't even know why I got the long lap penalty in Aston, and I was never told that I had a long lap penalty in Aston, so I'm not sure. I did speak to some of the aces in the Discord server, and they feel that it's because the game doesn't detect the starts very well. So when I have a good start, it might mean that the game is not adjusting to my starts and believing that maybe we started too early. So therefore, that's what it could be, but I'm not entirely sure. I'm really just guessing at this point. I'm baffled. If you guys know the answer to that, if you do think I deserve the penalty for that one, let me know. But if you think it could be the fact that I started too early compared to what the game depicted, then yeah, fine. It is what it is. But what I'll have to do is what Gills have suggested after this one, is to be a bit more patient on the start, wait for the lights to go out, and just hold on for maybe a 10th or something, just to make sure. I'm going to try some more live GP races anyway, but I just think that was incredibly harsh, and we could be having another pretty intense battle here with Gilzo, but now he's got through, he looks to be pretty calm. He looks to have this one signed, sealed, and delivered, but I'm going to keep on pushing nonetheless. You know me, I'm never going to stop. But one thing I do really need to know, apologies, is get a second advantage against the KTM behind us. He's 2.3 seconds behind us at the moment. If we keep on pushing and we get back into the 138, there's a good chance we could get that 3-second advantage again. So as long as we do that, we'll be in a situation to hold on to the top, to the second place. Now, I'm not the fastest man on track. I do believe that is going to Gilzo. I'm thinking that I should have chose a different bike, but it is what it is. I've chosen the Gas. Live and die by the red brand. And that's what we're going to do in this one. But already into turn 1 to 2 and 3, I'm quite fast here. So this is where I'm going to be confident in pulling back at least a couple of tenths to the opposition. Because effectively right now we are in third. With that 3-second penalty, that automatically demotes us to third place. And Rafa's speed has just gone down. Not entirely sure where he is on the track. It looks like he's in turn 8, turn 9. Yeah, just after the TV3, so he's not too far ahead. He's actually going to go braking into the turn 10 corner now for Lakaisha. The gap has been brought down to 1.8 seconds here. So there is a chance that we close in on Gilzo, but it's not enough yet to get too excited about. That guy has gone down again, so Gilzo could actually be lapping him sooner or later. Look at the graphic in the left-hand corner of your screen there, guys and gals. It's pretty close between us. 1.7, 2.4, and then another 2 seconds, and God knows what it is from Jacobi behind Varela. But we're a little bit deep there into Lakaisha, onto the green. No track limit warning. Game's like, okay, that's fine, don't worry about that. But we aren't pulling in enough time to Gilzo. He's just a little bit too far away. 1.8 seconds is the gap. We've pulled in a couple of tenths, but it's not enough to get excited about yet. Anything could happen in bike racing, and you know what, it usually does, so we'll see what happens. Onto the long straight. I should probably consider using power setting 3 here, but I can't trust the fuel in this game. Sometimes it works well, and then online it just doesn't work very well at all. I mean, there's many times in MotoGP 22, as a matter of fact, where the whole fuel overlay just glitches out. That's a shame we went wide into turn 1 there, because we did actually pull back a bit of time. That could be a little bit misleading because we went in there wide, but I still feel like we're on it here. I still feel like we're putting on the pressure to our Irish ace. So into, oh goodness me, a little bit aggressive on the brakes again going into turn 4. That's what I was saying, because it just feels different. It feels really strange compared to what it did in the qualifying. I don't feel like I've changed anything apart from the medium rear. And I just can't get that braking stability like I had in that fast lap for pole position. Is it a one-lap wonder for us? I guess it could be. But I definitely need to put in more practice, it seems, with the Gas KTM RC16. So now into the right for the Campsa corner for turn 9. 1.8 is still the gap, and the gap to Varela, it's still 2.4, 2.5. I need 5 more tenths on this final part here. Oh, and there is Rafa's speed, so hopefully he'll not rejoin. Forget it, of course he's going to... Oh, goodness me! He absolutely clattered into the side of Gilzo. And somehow Gilzo actually pulled some more time on me, so maybe he had a bit of a bump boost there. How ridiculous, though. I always hate that when riders that have crashed just come back onto the track without any care in the world. I appreciate this might be a difficult situation for him to being so far down, but goodness me. He has been lapped now, so he'll only be doing 7 laps in this one. But across the line, we have 2.6 seconds, 2.7 seconds is the gap to Varela. Do we have an opportunity to keep on to this second place? I certainly don't mind finishing behind any ace, of course. And the Irish ace has done well here. And you know what? He really deserves his victory. Regardless of the long lap penalty or not, he had the pace to stay with me and also to keep ahead of me. So fair play to Gilzo. Bravo to him. As long as nothing mental happens now, I think he's pretty much got this sign sealed and delivered. So 2.5 seconds it is to Varela. That's the gap that we're going to be focusing on for now. Got to keep on pushing and save a little bit of fuel for the straights. Oh, gone deep into turn 5. I don't know what it is with turn 5, but I'm just not confident in that in this race, in this corner. Didn't do too well with the guide as well. It's just a difficult corner to get right. I always either brake too early or too late. I can never seem to get the balance, but that gap is now up to 2.8. We have a chance. It's about to go over 3 seconds for the first time this race. 1.7 is the gap down to Gilzo, so the pressure's still being piled on. And into Lakaisha for turn 10. He's going to lose the front! But of course, it doesn't really matter that much, because regardless if I win this race now, there's still a 3-second penalty coming my way. If only I'd managed that long lap penalty correctly, we could be walking out of here with a Catalan GP victory. But honestly, maybe I don't deserve it anyway, because, let's be frank, I got the long lap penalty, I messed up the long lap penalty. There's no way I deserve the victory anyway. But coming out of the final corner, power setting 3, ride-out device enabled, across the line, we are the temporary winner until Gilzo gets the victory. He was 0.2 of a second quicker than me on that race as well. Also Varela, I mustn't forget him, he was also 0.2 of a second quicker. It's a far cry away from my 1:37.8 that I set in the qualifying. Amazing the difference that tyres make in this game. But anyway, those are your results on screen. Bravo to Gilzo, the Irish ace, for winning this race. Completely deserved, and he put on a fantastic performance, so bravo to him. I did manage to hold on to second. I kept 3.3 seconds ahead of Varela, and therefore I finished in second. But guys, that's it from me. Thank you very much for watching this video. I do hope you enjoyed. If you did, let me know in the comment section down below, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to make sure you're inundated with lots of MotoGP 23 content. Ciao for now, guys. Oh hi, didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite set your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.